We began yesterday's episode by saying we thought the team had turned a little bit of a corner, but it seems they didn't like what they saw when they turned that corner and have immediately gone back to the old ways of not being very good. We really are struggling to find any form at all this season. We did win the Carabao Cup fixture against Bournemouth 3-0. Sebastian Hannett with a delightful hat-trick in that game. But Chelsea then beat us 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. It wasn't the worst result, but they did hammer us a lot in the game. We weren't really in it, and escaping with a 1-0 defeat was quite generous. It leaves us 15th in the Premier League with 6 points behind the European places, so we're not totally out of it. But we definitely need an upturn in form soon. And hopefully now we have played most of these top teams, we can get a little bit of momentum on our side against easier opposition, as it were. That's in the Premier League. In the Europa League, obviously we lost our last match and it only gets tougher today. FC Porto are the opposition. They're coming to Edgeley Park, so we have a little bit of a home advantage. But obviously we know these are a big team. They've got Rafael Benitez as the manager, so we know they're going to be set up well. But hopefully we can show that we are a little bit better than Rafa Benitez, and we can bring this Stockport team out to get a win. And we are going out with a bit of a different team for today's game. Nunziante has put in a transfer request, so he is not going to be starting for us. Jimenez begins in goal. Barley, Chiriak, Engeland and Hall form the defence with Jones, Patino, Steenvouden and Milinkovic in the diamond. Amaral and Hanna begin up top. So there is a couple of experiments in the squad today. Jones hasn't really set the world alight in that ball-playing defender role, but we're going to see what he can offer us at ball-win midfielder today. Maybe a little bit more defensive stability with his presence there. Steenvouden as well, getting the nod at Mazzala today. PJ Kane is still out injured, and obviously with Matsushita still on leave, we are a bit limited with the options we have there. So we've decided to try to partner Steenvouden and Milinkovic in the team. These two could be interchangeable. And then we're partnering Amaral and Hanna up top today. Both of these have started off with quite good form. Obviously Hanna getting the goals, Amaral very involved, getting a few assists to his name as well. So hopefully that partnership can bear us a lot of fruit. And we just need to get an improved performance from what we have seen from the team recently. It's been very disappointing, the results we have had. But we know we're a better team than what we've seen, and it just takes that one result to be able to kick us on. Hopefully today's game against Porto will be that result. We seem to have the first attack of the game 10 minutes in. Hall picks the ball up on the left hand side. He gets it into the box, can't quite find Hanna. Jones heads it forward. There was a bit of a mistake at the back, which maybe could have opened up an opportunity for us. Instead, Porto will get us out and maybe have a quick counter attack. Engeland stopped the first opportunity, but Fabinho runs through, manages to find the back of the net with a shot that drifts past Jimenez. There is a question mark of offside. Didn't look to be too much wrong with it from the initial phase of play, and there isn't anything wrong with it at all. Just another poor bit of defending from us. Chiriak lost sight of his man, allowed him too much space, and that allowed him to get the shot away, and it gives Porto the early advantage in the match. Going in with an early shout to demand more as well. We haven't seen enough from the team. We've had a couple of shots, but we haven't made anything highlight worthy happen. As it stands, we are still in the positions that would take us through the next round, but we need to start picking up points again. This would make it 2 losses in a row in Europe, and it's not really the form that can take you far in the competition. Trying to win the ball back high up the pitch. Porto managing to pass it round us for the time being. It's back with the keeper though. What can he do with the ball? He's taking his time to do anything with it, and for finally kicking it long. Hall wins his header, but straight to a Porto player, and they have a chance to come forward again. They got it into the centre now. Steenvouden can't put in a decisive challenge, and it allows Porto to come forward on the left hand side. Thought the defender had a chance to go down the left. He did eventually. Got the ball in, we headed it away, but it's only to the right back. He gets the ball in now, and it's a second goal for Porto. It's another one which has gone to a VAR decision. Again, couldn't say anything immediately wrong with it as it was playing out, and again it has been awarded for Porto. It's very poor defensively, and yeah, maybe the defence we have at the moment isn't quite cut out for this European adventure. Maybe should have made more improvements in the summer in that position, and it's something that we do need to ponder. It's very, very disappointing the amount we are going behind, the amount of goals we are conceding, and yeah, you've got to wonder what we can do to change it. I think maybe it could potentially be a change in formation, which we do need to go through. Obviously, we said that after the first 3 games of the season, then the form turned round a little bit, but it's back to being a bit deceptive. We have had a few interruptions in the squad with injuries, but really should be performing better than we are. In this match, Milinkovic is having a truly terrible game. Owen Foy can come on in his place. Amaral is not at his best. Lee Dilly can come on, and Hannah and him can swap round. And we're going to bring on Whittle for Patino as well. Patino is one of the better players we've had today, but he is tiring, and we need his legs for the next game against Nottingham Forest as well in a couple of days' time. But like we say, the results really need to start improving soon, and in this game we need to start doing a little bit more. Poor passes like that aren't going to take us anywhere. Lee Dilly doing his best to try to win possession back by pressing the defence. Wasn't quite able to come off for him, but he harried them into a poor pass, and now we have possession back. Whittle finds Steenvoorden, he gets it into Hannah, back with Whittle now. We look like we're driving forward with a little bit of purpose. Hall on the left hand side, back into Whittle now. He plays a lovely ball forward, and Hannah can't find the back of the net. He hits the crossbar, and maybe an opportunity for us to get 1 goal back into the game, and it could have changed what happened in the rest of the match. As it stands though, it's still 2-0 to Porto, sorry. And we are going to make a couple more changes. Sintas is coming on for Steenvoorden. We're going to try Owen Foy in that Mazzala role. He can go onto attack to get forward a little bit more. We're going to go very attacking, and we're going to bring on the score in place of Lewis Hall as well, as he is running on fumes right now. If we are going to get back into the game, we need to get ourselves a goal very, very shortly. We haven't looked like doing that apart from that 1 chance from Hannah recently. So it is something else that needs to be done in the game, but we need to create the opportunities first. We're trying to close them down with a little bit more urgency now, it seems. But Porto still managed to drive forward. Mora gets it into Chavez. Jimenez with a save this time, and for once the referee does actually give an offside in our favour. We want to encourage the team for the final 5 minutes, but don't think it's going to be enough. We haven't turned up for another game. We've had plenty of shots. We've been more involved, but haven't been able to convert any chances. And yeah, definitely changes need to be made. We've got a game coming up against Nottingham Forest, and then we've got a week in between matches for the first time for a good while, it seems. So hopefully the players can use that to get a bit of energy back in the team, and we can start to refocus on football. Might give this Nottingham Forest game 1 last chance for this diamond formation, and then we may see if we have to change to something else. We're not going to be showing the Nottingham Forest game though. These 2 games against Forest and West Ham are going to be off camera. We're going to come back for the next game against Groningen in the Europa League. So hopefully we can find a little bit of form in between, but we'll see it in a couple of weeks' time for that other European tie. We did pick up a couple of good wins into last year. 3-1 against Nottingham Forest, the team who are bottom of the Premier League. Sintas, Owen Foy, and then Jordan Ross in the 93rd minute, securing us the win in that game. In the most recent game against West Ham, we went down to 10 men in the 81st minute. Amaral got himself sent off for quite a rash challenge, but Marcelo Silva Santos popped up with a delightful winner just after that. It leaves us 10th in the Premier League, but we're very inconsistent. 6 wins, 6 losses, no draws as of yet. And yeah, we need to find an actual rhythm in the Premier League rather than this constant back and forth. We return to the Europa League today though. In the Europa League table, Groningen are 24th, we are up there in 17th, but there's only 2 points difference between us, so we need to make sure that we get back to winning ways in this competition as well. Jimenez begins in goal. Barley, Raul, Jones and Alvarez at the defence, with Hall, Kane, Steenvoorden and Milinkovic as the diamond. Amaral and Hannah start the game up front. Lee Dilly has picked up an injury. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. Obviously, Matsushi is still not at the club. Arna injured, Hadland injured, and Byrne and Food are unregistered. So we've got all the available players that we have in the squad today. Hopefully they're going to go out and get a good result. It's Kane's first game back since returning from injury as well, so very unlikely he's going to be able to last the whole match. We do have Chop Manatam to be able to come on if we need him though. And like we just said in the team talk there, we have started a little good run of form, and a win today would do very nicely in helping us continue that run of form. So that's what we're aiming for, like we do in every match. And it should be a game which we are winning as well. Groningen is a team that we should be better than. We play in a competition which has a lot more tough competition than the Eredivisie. So we should hope that we can go and outclass them on the pitch today. It's a good little spell of possession that Groningen are having at the moment though. Keeping the ball well at the moment, not doing too much with it, keeping it in midfield, but they're breaking forward a little bit now, and they've worked some nice space on the right hand side. Across comes to the edge of the area. They headed it into the box, and the volley from the striker just going wide of the post, but an early warning sign for us there. Like we see in most of the games now, we don't really switch on until the other teams have put us under a bit of pressure, and it is something which is a bit of a concern. The last couple of games have gone a bit better, but even still we have looked quite ropey in them. And again, it's another game which we've gone behind in. Groningen have got the ball in the back of the net. It's gone to a VAR review, but as has been the case a lot recently, it's been awarded, and yeah, we find ourselves behind in a game once more. Obviously it's something that we used to, we know we can come back into it, but it's just really irritating that it's a continuous thing that's happening now, and the concentration from the players isn't getting there. Really concerned, and we are looking for solutions to it as well. We're trying different combinations. Like we say, the formation, it worked wonders for us last season. It is working wonders for us in spells this season as well. So I don't think it's that. I think the players just need to get a little bit of confidence and a little bit of coherence together. We've been awful in this game. We haven't created a chance as of yet. And Groningen have really come and just shown us what football is. Without scoring all the goals, they have been the dominant team in this match. And yeah, we need the Stockport players to wake up. Barley trying to get a challenge in. We're still not able to win the ball. Amaral now though takes advantage of a bit of a lapse. Can he create something for us? He drives into the box maybe? He was being taken down, and it's going to a VAR review as to whether it's a penalty. It looks like a very, very tight call. Wouldn't be surprised either way. For us, it's probably going to be a free kick. They don't really like us. Yeah, it's no penalty. It is a free kick. So we go from here. We do have Lewis Hall to whip it in. It's going to be a bit of an in-swinger from that right-hand side. We've got options at the back post there. That's where he's popped the ball in. Alvarez gets up, but he can't find the target with his header. We've got into their half for the first time in the game, though. It's taken us right until the end of the first half. We're trying again just before half-time. Amaral this time gets his foot to the ball from Barley's cross, finds the back of the net, and very, very undeservedly, we find ourselves back in this game of football. It's been a truly tragic first half for us, but something there for us to work with going into the second half. We can start again like the game's new, but start playing some proper football in the second half. Straight away we're on the attack. Lewis Hall has a corner. We're going to see him, I think, whip it into the back post. That's where all our options look to be gathering. Can't quite find anyone. Barley gets it out to Kane. Steenvoorden now with a shot from the edge of the area which rockets into the top corner. Since we started playing football in this match, we've got back into it quickly. It's a quick one too. Although there was 15 minutes of half time, we've managed to score a couple of goals in a couple of minutes of play, and really given Groningen something to think about now. They've definitely been the better team in this match, but our quality is shining through now, and we just need to start laying down that marker again. And I think we should now go ahead and just try to kill Groningen off. If we can get a few goals, do a little bit of wonder to our goal difference, but also just show teams that we aren't here to be messed around with. We're here to compete and maybe win the competition ourselves. And getting a nice big result like we did against Carabao would be amazing for us. We're up to 12th in that table now. Ideally, we would like to finish in the top 8, which would give us the advantage of skipping a round of fixtures. But as long as we get through to the next round, I think that represents a really good achievement for us. We see us playing the ball around the back now, playing with a little bit more confidence after those quick fire goals, it seems. Steenvoorden trying to find Milinkovic, can't quite get there, and Groningen managed to head it back into the arms of their keeper. What can he do with the ball now? Took him a while, but he did finally kick it long. Jones wins the header, finds Raul, and now Steenvoorden gets it to Barley on the right hand side. He's got Amaral ahead of him in a little bit of space, but he keeps going himself. He's looking to get across into the box where Hannah's waiting at the back post, and Hannah has put us 3-1 up now, and it's another delightful goal from him. Him and Amaral are forming a nice little combination up top for us, and it's great to see. Obviously Amaral will be missing for the next few Premier League games after that red card, but nice to see them both playing well in this match and both getting goals for us. So their kick-off highlight has continued though. Groningen coming forward. It's the goal scorer for them now, trying to get it out to the right-hand side. Alvarez won the ball but couldn't find Kane in the centre. I think we will be taking Kane off soon. It is his first game back from injury. Don't think it can last the full 90 minutes, and we do have Chob Manatam ready and raring to come on. So he can come on and play in his favoured deep lying playmaker role. It's been a very rare occasion that he has got to play there this season due to the injuries that we have had. But hopefully he can get a nice few minutes under his belt in that position. Hall whipping a corner in. Thought Milinkovic had found the back of the net, but it appears we're going to be getting a penalty here. Did that hit a hand on the way into the goal? Apparently so. We have got ourselves a penalty and the opportunity to go 4-1 up in the match. It's going to be Lewis Hall stepping up to take the spot kick. He has got a new contract and he's not able to celebrate that contract with a goal. That's disappointing. Keep up the pressure with the corner though. Milinkovic now, he is going to swing the ball into the near post. Hannah gets it up again, but he can't find the back of the net with this header, and we remain 3-1 up. And maybe one more goal for us would be nice. We have seen Steenvoorden pick up an injury. Really not likely this squad to be picking up injuries, but it's what we've got to contend with. Whittle's come on in his place. Everyone else is playing relatively well, so don't want to change too much. Jimenez with a really, really good stop there from the free kick to keep our 2-goal advantage alive. But really, we just want this game to fizzle out now. Don't want the players to have to do too much more work in the game. And, oh God, we may have just given away a penalty of our own. It's in similar circumstances to the penalty we got as well. Corner came in, header, led, all the shouts went up and the referee gave a handball. We're going to want Jimenez to be able to step up and make himself strong, but he goes the wrong way, and unlike us, Groningen do find the back of the net with their penalty, and it brings it back to 3-2. And it definitely gives us a little bit of squeaky bum time going into the final few minutes of the match. It's really not what we wanted. We were sitting nice and comfortable. If we can get a goal from this corner, then we can feel comfortable again. Hannah heading just over this time. So we are going to be a little bit nervous, and a highlight begins straight away as well, which really isn't what we wanted. See Groningen with the ball, looking to build out from the back on the left hand side. We just need to make sure that they can't get it forward, keep on closing off the options for them. There's still over 4 minutes for us to do that, so it is going to be tricky for us, but as long as we defend stoutly, we should be able to stop them from scoring. Just as we say, we should be able to stop them from scoring. They find the back of the net, and it's 3-3, and it's really, really not good enough from us yet again defensively. We've just switched off Barley not closing down his man, allowing him to get the cross in. Raul and Jones really not close enough to the attacker, and just allowing him a really, really easy header in the centre of the box. He was never going to miss. And it's another disappointing result for us in Europe. We haven't lost the game, which is the only silver lining that we do have. I feel it's been another poor performance. Apparently Barley played really well, but that last defensive action that we saw really wasn't great from him. And it leaves us with work to do, obviously, in the Europa League. There's points that we need to get now to make sure that we do qualify for those next rounds. And we definitely need to get them sooner rather than later as well. We want to ensure qualification, not just crawl through at the last attempt. It is the European fixtures that we are going to concentrate on. There's a lot of football between now and then, but we're going to come back for the final two group games against Real Palace and Lazio. It has been quite a top-heavy season so far. We've had quite a few episodes for these opening few games, but we want to get a bit of football played now and really see where we're going to finish in the table this year, and just need to start establishing a little bit of form. Obviously, if things go tragically, we're going to get sacked in between. We'll come back beforehand, but the aim is to come back for those two European fixtures there. As always, if you have enjoyed that, please make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel for regular Football Manager content. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.